Hey Stu, today I want to talk about what I call funnel condensation. So I'm going to walk you through everything, but basically the idea is when it comes to funnels, the more offers you make, the more you're likely to increase and maximize the AOV, right? And the more you can have a high AOV, the more you can liquidate your ad spend and the more you can scale your offer, right? So making more offers in your funnel is key to increase the AOV. But the thing is, you need to have a, it's funny, I can see my face 3 times in here. The key is to have the right balance between making enough offers, but not overwhelming the buyer, right? So I'm just going to walk you through the different steps of how people usually make offers in funnels and how we can condense this, right? So the usual way is when you start, you have, let me just do it better, yeah. You have the front-end offer, right? This is something you usually sell for $27, right? So people go like that, the front-end offer, then there's a checkout. And then let's say the funnel is not optimized at all. It's like front-end product, checkout, thank you page, right? So here you just have one offer, right? It's not great. So here it's just one offer, and not very likely to scale on ads, right? Now, what people have done is, how can we put more offers to increase the AOV, right? So what people usually do is they got the front end, then we got the checkout page, and in here what they do is we have order bumps, right? Order bumps are additional product we offer on the checkout page. So in here we've got order bump 1, and then we have order bump 2. So here we've got one offer, 2 offers, 3 offers, right? So this is much better now, because now we are way more likely to increase the AOV, because if we're selling a front-end product for $27, let's say this is 27, and then let's say this order bump is, let's say 27 as well, and this one here is 37. We have like way more price points to increase the AOV, and at the same time order bumps, they take very little space, so it's not very time consuming or overwhelming for buyers, so they're great at increasing the AOV, right? So if you're scaling a front end and offer a funnel without bumps, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So here you can see before it sucked, just one offer, right? Here we got the front end checkout, we got order bump 1, order bump 2, right? So people are like, okay, now we need to increase the AOV even more. So what marketers usually do is they add an upsell, right? Called OTO1. In here, we've got 4 offers, right? And it's something you can, something you can price. You can price that around 97, right? Yeah, all right, there we go. So $97. So again, here we're increasing the AOV, and upsells are great for that. Now people are like, okay, how can we make more offers? They're like, okay, now we're just gonna do, let's say they don't take the OTO1, what we can do is we can offer a downsell, right? So downsell is the same as the OTO1, but with like a split payment, right? So here now we've got 5 offers, And here it can be, for instance, $33 time free, right? So that's a split payment. So 5 offers. Okay, so far so good. And now some also, they just do OTO2, right? So let's say they go for the upsell one, they go for the first downsell, and they're like, okay, now I'm going to give you OTO2, right? So this is another offer. It's a different offer from the upsell. So now we've got 6 offers. And usually OTO2, you can price that at 67. It depends, right? If let's say you price the upsell one as 197, you can do OTO2 as 97. If you price the OTO1 as 97, you can price the OTO2 as 67. But sometimes you can even do like OTO2 as like a done for you type of upsell for like $500, right? I've seen people doing that, or offering some AI offers, and these do well. But yeah, as you can see here, now we got 6 offers. So, but it doesn't end here, right? Because some people, they're like, okay, now let's also add a downsell, right? So downsell 2. So for people who say no to the OTO2, now I'm going to offer them another downsell. And again here, so we got 7 offers. And here as well, it can be a hard discount. So maybe it could be just like $47, right? Now, as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 offers. And now some marketers, they're like, okay, what if we make another upsell? So some will actually do, and I've seen that, an OTO free, right? And then you got 8 offers. And then again, here it depends on the price. It could be a done for you, it could be anything. But usually it can be like a book a call, for instance, So this is like a book a call. So we do this, and then you've got the thank you page, right? So can you see, it's like here, like this area here, like we've got like 8 offers, and here we just got 1 offer. So the one below this here is like way more likely to increase the AOV, and because we're making more offers. But the problem is we've got a lot of people going on here, right? You can see here like OTO1, downsell, OTO2, downsell 2, OTO3, thank you page. The likelihood that somebody actually goes through everything here is low, because the more decisions they have to take, the more fatigue you create, right? So here you could see we've got like 8 offers, but we've got like lots of fatigue, right? Because they go through this, right? So it's a lot for the users, right? So in here you could see that there were like almost no offers, and here there's just too many offers. It's too much. So we need to find the right balance between the two, right? And that's how I'm going to show you different way to actually condense this funnel, and we can have the sweet balance between having a funnel where we are giving a lot of offers, so there's a lot of offers in it, and at the same time there's not much fatigue that is created. That's what I call funnel condensation, and there are different ways of doing this, and I'm going to show you in a bit. So let me just go back here and go back like that. So the first trick is what I call, and it's quite famous, is pop-ups, right? So instead of creating an additional page for like a downsell, what you could do is, once they are on the upsell page and they say no thanks, then we can have a pop-up that opens, and in the pop-up we can just say, hey, maybe the price was too high. Are you interested in a split payment, right? So you're literally taking the downsell offer and then just putting it exactly on the upsell page, but as a pop-up, right? So here we remove the downsell pages, and instead we are offering them as pop-ups, right? Like so, right? So it goes front end, checkout, OTO1. If they say no, we got a pop-up here. And then if they say yes or no, depends, they go straight to OTO2. And then again, pop up, and then again go straight to OTO3, right? So yeah, so that's one way to do it. We can do it. And just to show quickly how pop-up looks like, it's, for instance, you can see here, this page, and then you say no thanks, you got this thing coming, right? And this is a pop-up, right? You can see, wait, they don't have, it's not like a separate page. You go straight to this type of pop-up, and people can say yes or no, right? So that way you only have one single page, right? So the trick with funnel condensation is, if I can, so basically it's one, use pop-ups. That way we go with something that goes like front end, checkout, OTO1, OTO2, OTO3, and then thank you. And here we have the downsell here, right? So you can see that before we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 offers, right? So here we've got 8 offers, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages, right? Which is way too much, right? And just by having the pop-ups, right, it allows us to have, as you can see here, we've got 1, we've got 2 and 3, because we've got the order bumps. So let me make it more clear as well here. But we've got order bump 1, and then we've got order bump 2, right? So we've got 1 offer, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? So here we've got eight offers, and we've got 6 pages, right? So this is still much better, right? So we managed to condense, right? So the less pages, the easier it is for them to consume the message, right? Now you can reduce this even more, right? And one thing I see a lot is like people, marketers, once people go through the entire sales process, they actually have the thank you page, and the thank you page, they're not sending them anything. It's just a blank thank you page, like saying just thank you. And this real estate is like critical, right? You want to use this real estate to upsell them or like push them to your backend, right? So always use the thank you page in the best way possible. Not just like, hey, thank you. You need to, of course, thank them, but you need to use this real estate to pitch them on a backend product, or invite them to book a call, or invite them into a webinar. Like every single piece of your funnel must be monetized, right? So, and once we do this, actually in here, for instance, we can literally remove, because let's say that before, as we said, this was supposed to be the booker call, right? What we can do is we can remove this actually, and we can just offer the thank you page the booker call, right? Right there. So that way, so basically, just to show you, 2 is to use the thank you page as an OTO3, right? Or it could be OTO2, right? But that's, you can just frame one of the upsell in the thank you page. That way, this funnel now looks like this. There we go. So as you can see now, the thank you page is the booker call, right? So now we've got 8 offers, but we've got 5 pages, right? So we went from something like this where we got 8 offers, 8 pages, and we condensed it first with the pop-ups, right? That allows us to remove the downsells here and here, downsell pages, to go something like this, right? So we went from 8 offers, 8 pages to 8 offers, 6 pages. And now we use the thank you page as a way to frame it as an upsell. So we went from 8 offers, 6 pages to 8 offers, 5 pages. And now the first thing is there's a way for you to add offers without adding pages. And that's where self-sorts come with, right? So the first thing is self-sort. So free, use self-sorts. So that way we just take this, and basically in the OTO1, we're giving them 2 options, right? So we can create additional offers in that. The way you can do that usually as an upsell is you can do, for instance, if you are selling something that is a monthly basis, right, recurring, you can do monthly versus yearly. Or if you're selling a part, let's say templates, what you can do is you can do the supercharged self-sort is an upsell I created, where basically you're just giving them option 1, just get the templates, option 2, get the templates plus AI, right? So let me walk you through quickly about this. For instance, this for this offer here, you can see here on the same page, I got the 2 offers for the self-sort, and I got the pop-up as a downsell. So you can see how this adds up, right? So I'm making 3 offers on the same page. So 1, 2, and 3 in here. Also adding an OTO2 in this one, which is cool. But basically in here, I'm offering them, hey, do you want this monthly or do you want this yearly, right? So instead of having just 1 offer, I'm giving them 2 options. So we can have 2 offers on the same page. Plus the downsell, because if they say no to this, that's a pop-up. So that's 3 offers on the same page. So that's what I'm trying to say. The more offers you can give them and condense that, right, without having them to expend a lot of energy, the better for the funnel, right? So you're going to increase the AOV like crazy. So here now we got an additional one. So we got 9 offers, right? Because, you know, this is, let's say here it's like, this is option 1 and this is option 2, right? So now we've got 9 offers, 5 pages. Are you seeing this now? I'm trying to understand like how funnel condensation work. So as you can see here, we went from 8 offers, 8 pages. We use pop-ups. So now we went from 8 offers, 8 pages to 8 offers, 6 pages. We use the thank you page as an OTO3. So we went from 8 offers, 6 pages to 8 offers, 5 pages. And then we use self-sorts. And again, we went from 8 offers, 5 pages to 9 offers and 5 pages. And if you want to go even crazier, you can also add like a self-sort on the OTO2. That way you end up having 10 offers in 5 pages, right? So that's it for today. So it's called funnel condensation. More offers in less space to maximize AOV. So if you have any questions on this, let me know. But yeah, funnel condensation, use the free tricks I gave you, use pop-ups, use the thank you page and OTO free, and use self-sort, right? Once you start doing this, you'll be able to have more offers in less space, and this is gonna help you maximize AOV. So yeah, that was funnel condensation. I hope you learned a thing or two from this. Please drop a like, drop a comment, ask me anything. I'm always happy to help. And yeah, that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.